Hey guys, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. Suburbia by Bezier Games is one of my favorite games. So if you're ever in a board game night with me, I'll typically always bring this game. It's an easy game to teach, but it can be a little bit overwhelming because you might be looking at the marketplace and have a certain strategy in mind. You'll look down to your board. You'll look at your opponent's board over there. You'll look at the public goals, and then you might look at your private goal. And by the time you look back at the marketplace, it's changed. Today's video is going to show you my best 5 strategies for any game of Suburbia. Let's get started. One of the most important and best strategies in Suburbia is to pursue goals. This sometimes means avoiding a really good tile for something that puts you farther ahead in the goals. I've played countless matches of Suburbia where I was dead last in points, but had won 3 or 4 goals resulting in a win. Most newbies are not paying attention to goals in their first few games, but even after 2 matches, players have caught on and will be actively fighting you on them. All the information is out on the table, so use your eyes and be aware of what goals people are striving for. It's very important at the beginning stages of the game that on each of your turns that you're increasing your income. Income is raised primarily through commercial and industrial tiles in the early game. Don't forget, you always have the option of buying heavy factories to increase your income by 1, or use investment markers on existing tiles. Around mid-game, which is halfway through the B tiles, you should have about 8 income. At this point, you should start concentrating on increasing your reputation. Remember, reputation increases your population at the end of each of your turns, which is points at the end of the game. If you start increasing your reputation too late, your opponents will outpace you. Airports, in my opinion, is one of the best tiles in the game because they stack bonuses, whether you place it or your opponents. If you place a domestic airport, you'll gain 1 income and increase your reputation by 1 for each airport in the game. And if this is your first, then we'll gain 1 reputation. If you place a second domestic airport, you'll gain another income according to the tile placed, but you'll also gain 2 reputation because now there are 2 airports in play. This triggers your first domestic airport tile, and you'll gain another reputation for a gain of 3 overall this turn and 4 in 2 turns. If it was your opponent that had placed the second domestic airport instead, you'll gain 1 reputation from your singular domestic airport tile that was previously placed. The fancy restaurant is a great way to increase your income in the early game, but comes with the chance of losing it all if your opponents place any restaurants by decreasing your income by 1 each time. What you can do to counter this is to look out for industrial tiles of farms and slaughterhouses, which will give you +1 income for any restaurants. By having even one of these tiles will negate the negative part of the fancy restaurant, giving you peace of mind. With that being said, sometimes there will be games where there are a ton of restaurants in the marketplace. Having 2 farms or slaughterhouses means you'll be increasing your income dramatically as well. The last strategy I'd like to impart on you is how important placement is. In the early game, depending on what you purchase, there is a high likelihood that you'll run out of money and need to make 1 lake. If you build this, you have less reputation but gain more money. Near mid and end game, there will be tiles such as these that give bonuses for being adjacent to the same kind of tile. That's why I'd always recommend to build in a circular fashion when you can, so you can get maximum benefits. So those are my top 5 strategies that I employ in each match of Suburbia. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let me know in the comments below whether there are any strategies you like to use. and what works for you. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on board games, video games, or other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.